I am so ready for Quan Chi, yo. Hold up, I can skip past this. But I am so ready for Quan Chi. I said this before, but Quan Chi was the #1 DLC character I was looking forward to. Honestly, him and Ermac should have been in the main roster already, considering they're in the story. You know, it was kind of weird to have two characters you gotta pay for. Even though I got the DLC already, the what you call it, the premium edition. But just in general, if you bought the regular edition, you gotta pay for characters that's in the story, and not for no 2 seconds. They're in the story significantly. I found that weird that you gotta also pay to get them to play them. That's weird. But outside of that, for the DLC roster, yes, better than Omni-Man, Homelander, Peacemaker, Takeda, Ermac himself, all of them. Quan Chi was #1. I love him in MKX, and I was looking forward to seeing how he'll be in MK1. And from that trailer I did a reaction to it. Very impressed. I'm looking forward to seeing all that he has to offer, because he looks like he offers a lot. And I wanted to use a sorcerer like in my roster of characters I use in Mortal Kombat. I lab with Shang Tsung. He just wasn't for me. I love Shang Tsung, but that style did not fit me. The switching on and off of the old young to do the combo. I don't want to do all that. I don't mind tough situations to, like, a tough character to learn. I don't mind that, but some things are just unnecessary. And for me, I'd rather face Shang Tsung, not use them. But I was waiting patiently for Quan Chi to see to use him as a sorcerer in my roster. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to offer.
You wish to fight me?
Not fight. Beat senseless.
All right, here we go.
Okay, awesome. And you're going to see more about that today, but let's go through real quickly, starting with you, Stephanie. What stands out to you? What you most excited about?
Wait, you want to see more about Peacemaker or what?
Skeletons. Mm-hmm. I love when skeletons come out during his moves, and I think we'll show more there. It's what a fun way to have this necromancer, fight.
You love spooky stuff.
I love spooky stuff, yeah.
How can you not love spooky stuff?
Right. DK?
I like the big skull. It makes me always go like, like anytime I see any of the skulls, I just,
I love how it does
like
it. It makes you teleport to another spot. I look forward to see how that's broken down.
The stomp. The teleport stomp move has always been one of my favorite moves in all of MK games. I just love the way it looks and how visceral it is.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. So before we move on to Quan Chi, a couple things we do want to discuss. As we've talked about maybe on Twitter some places, crossplay is coming in February between PS5, Xbox, and PC. So we're very excited about that. So that's on
Get
track.
hype. Yep.
Get hype. That's on track to come in February. We are adding a Wi-Fi filter, which means, like previous games, you will now be able to decline matches based on connection.
yes, based on their connection type.
We also have patch notes coming, which you'll be able to see very soon. And we've done some changes in certain
Wait,
places.
did he give a date on the Wi-Fi filters or what? I know for the other one, what did he say? Crossplay was February.
Come in February. We are adding a Wi-Fi filter, which means, like previous games, you will now be able to decline matches based on connection.
Yes, based on their connection type.
We also have patch notes coming, which you'll be able to see very soon. And we've done some changes in certain places, added a lot of quality of life stuff like we always do.
Yeah.
But we've done some things with cameos. So I want to give a couple little hints
I was going
about
to say,
those.
give a little hint.
Little teasers.
Kano's eye laser is now a mid.
Ooh.
Sonya's energy rings are also
Mid.
Yes. And now Kung Lao's buzzsaw, which is also his low hat, is now no longer plus when it's point blank. So, like, say Johnny Cage does something, drops it on you.
Right.
Point blank.
Yeah, it's not still his turn.
Have to think a little bit harder.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's that. But again, lots of other stuff that you can read in the patch notes when we release them. Derek,
Sup?
let's talk a little bit about some invasion stuff.
Sure. So we're going to have another new seasonal tower with exclusive pallets attached to that.
I gotta start doing them. Speaking of it, because towers, I keep forgetting about them weekly ones that give you good rewards. I have never gone to it once. People keep telling me about them towers to do that gives you good rewards and you can level up your characters quicker and all that stuff. I haven't even touched it once. I gotta start doing that.
The heck out of that, by the way.
Good.
So-
Yeah, I think I saw somebody completed it like 400 times.
Yes, that's awesome.
Insane.
So I did
Yeah.
not play that.
No,
the heck
you do
out
not
of it.
own the record.
Right, I got all the skins, but I did
Yeah.
not get that record.
Same.
And then we've added the intros to classic towers.
Yep.
And also to like mini bosses, major bosses, Titan fights. So now they've got those quips and the little dialogue that you know
Yep.
people have been asking
Yeah,
for.
people have been asking for that, so we put it out throughout the game in other places.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, I
for all
wish the
those,
intros happen more in
warriors out
ranked.
there.
I hate how it just gets right to
No insults.
the match,
Yeah.
and I love the
We
interactions.
do
I
not
wish
have a
we
new
had
Mesa
that in
coming this
ranked.
season.
I gotta go play quick.
We
I gotta
did
play
shuffle a couple
casual to
around.
see
There's
it.
new pathways, new content, new bosses, new rewards.
New hints.
The new hints and clues,
Yeah.
yes. And then also, we just did a couple quality of life things too. Like in the seasonal tower, it seemed like the beginning fights started with mini bosses and then they got easier. We fixed that. We just did one of these. We flipped the tower.
Remove
And
the
then
armor,
also
please,
boss
from
fights
the
have more
bosses
intensity
in
that we play
Invasion.
too.
If they
We
do
just
that,
felt
that's
like
gonna be a
those
huge
fun little
upgrade. Give them
things
more
that
health,
we
but
could
remove the
inject.
Amp it
armor.
up a little bit.
Yeah, just kick it up a notch.
Dig it.
I
And-
also think the final boss of this season, I think, is the coolest one yet.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a fun little Easter egg to it for sure. And spoiler alerts, it's Season of Ice. Sub-Zero is our invading force and his icy minions. So I'm very excited.
I look forward to seeing what the
Are you
skins
good?
look
Good
like
for you?
with
Are you
him.
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Forgot to add one thing. Darius might have a new move as a cameo.
You might.
Oh my god.
Just spoiler alert, might have a new move as a cameo.
So what you're saying is we might add moves to characters through development?
That's
knows?
crazy.
Might
Very cool.
Might happen.
That's a cool thing to add
Awesome.
moves
so I
to
think
him.
we should maybe get to the main event here.
Quan Chi, yeah.
And you had asked before that you would like to do a little lore breakdown.
Well, I always enjoy, you know,
It's been a while.
not
It's been a
everyone
while.
started with
Stephanie's
the older
Lore
games.
Minute
That's
has been
right.
gone for a while.
So Quan Chi debuted simultaneously, basically, in two games: Mortal Kombat Mythologies, which was a prequel, and then Mortal Kombat 4, which was obviously the sequel to 3. So he debuted in the story before MK1, and then MK4 he was introduced as a playable character. And he is basically the ultimate like necromancer, wizard, overall bad guy.
A lot of skeletons in his closet.
Cover Samantha. I was like,
He
my
has
bad.
hands in every little pot. If something's going wrong, he probably was there.
Right.
Stir in the
He's-
pot.
Right, yeah, exactly. He's a real schemer. And then Khameleon debuted in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, but only for N64. The PlayStation, Saturn, and PC versions had Boy Khameleon, spelled with a K, and N64 got Girl Khameleon, spelled with a K.
I didn't even think of that.
Boy Khameleon
Wow.
spelled with a C.
Right.
And then she later reappeared in the Wii version of Armageddon. So this is actually the first time where she'll be in all the versions together, and everyone can enjoy Girl Khameleon.
It is always a pleasure to hear you do that.
Well,
Yes.
there are other versions of Trilogy that didn't have either Khameleon. Like there's a Gamecom version that I have in my apartment and stuff like that. There's a Tiger Electronics one. Anyway,
Those are some memory lanes. Tiger
Right.
Electronics. Wow.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool.
Quan
yeah,
Chi.
this is super exciting. Khameleon and Quan Chi are very interesting characters, and I think these are some of the coolest takes on the characters.
Oh, I hate how though they separate
So-
the release
Let's
of
go.
the
Yeah,
new
let's
DLC
go.
character in Cameo.
All right, so-
It's like when you see,
Probably the
hold up,
coolest
when you
thing about-
when you see a trailer of two characters working together and it works very nicely. Like the trailer showed how Khameleon and Quan Chi work together very well. It's doesn't make sense how then Khameleon comes out, what, 3-4 weeks later or something like that? It's like, nah, you got to release them at the same time, or just don't show Khameleon. Let Khameleon have her own trailer of her doing cameo stuff. It just don't make sense. I said that last time when it was Omni-Man and Trimmer. I was like, it just don't make sense. It's like, oh, I want to lab with Quan Chi and Khameleon, but now you can't. You got a Quan Chi and somebody else. What if we're like, I don't want to lab with another cameo. I want to lab with Khameleon. We got to wait 3-4 weeks. That just don't make sense, but you put them in the same trailer. That just, I don't like that.
Is instead of
Here we
like
go.
martial arts and like something weird like kickboxing, whatever, he uses his powers. Like the first thing I want to show is a lot of his normal attacks are him summoning a skeleton or this tentacle. It's creature from another
I like it.
dimension that he brings into the fight.
Via these like riffs and
Man, I've been waiting for Quan Chi, y'all. Yeah, I expect a lot of content from him. I ain't gonna be using anybody else for a minute.
Without any kind of regulation.
I just don't think he wants to get his hands dirty.
Well, yeah, he's also
Overhead.
a very lazy fighter, a very clever fighter. So I figured we'll go over
That
some
was
of
cool
his
how
moves.
that
He
technical
also,
came out
one
from the
thing
back.
notable, he has a lot of overhead and low mix-ups.
Oh,
Thank God. This is what I like to
Right
see.
here,
A lot of overhead, low
overhead
mix-up.
big claw from his creature. Even his jabs use the creature. So a lot of range.
that's awesome.
He also has this magical overhead where he can charge it, pop you up. This big string.
I wonder if there's any
where
armor
there's
on
this
that.
punch at the end, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I
That
do
is
love
sick.
the like kind of throwback to him like punching and kicking through portals.
Yes.
I think it's super.
That was a great thing about MKX, and this is one of my favorites. Just his standing four is this full screen, anywhere on screen poke.
That's dirty.
Oh, anywhere, so you don't
Yeah,
have to aim it a
anywhere,
certain
and
way.
then
You don't
up
have to
close.
guess where your opponent's going to be.
He
It's
has
going to
this,
be.
and I think this is a
It's
really
going to
fun
automatically be
mix-up.
right behind them.
He can go overhead, or he can trick you and go low.
I love it. I love it.
And then I think probably my #1 favorite thing that I get a kick out of is just his simple block animation.
That's cool.
Skull.
I love it.
That little creativity. I like that.
So let's go over.
But he's going to be fun to use. I can see him being annoying to face. Oh, look at
First
that.
I'll show is he has this low.
Was that
tentacle grab.
243?
And you can use that mix up like use an overhead. So instead you can go low. And if you EX it, it's a combo starter.
Nice.
Nice.
He also has the classic MK4 skull.
You have to. You
And
have
if
to.
he EXs it, you can make it go slow.
Oh.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's more like R, 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 R. Or it can make it go fast. And that'll eat up projectiles. Literally.
Oh,
And he
wow.
has an air one.
So how you get that purple
So he's
skull?
got zoning, so he really
Yeah.
plays into this kind of like mage category.
Exactly. He also has this cool bone cage. So he can do close, medium, or far, and it will stun them briefly. But what's really neat is if he EXs it, they're trapped and he can move around, and they actually can move, but they can't go forward or back. So they could like try to jump out, which you can then anticipate.
Right.
And they could even do special moves like teleport. Then of course you can predict that. But they can't actually like traverse left or right. So it's not quite a stun move, but it's this weird containment
Just a
thing. It's-
trap.
Oh, wait, how long? I'm
Very
curious. How long did that last? With EX?
So he can do close.
The
medium,
trailer
far,
made it look like
and
it
stun
it
them
goes for a
briefly.
while.
But what's really
Alright, that's the
neat
regular.
is
Where's
he
the EX?
EXs it. They're trapped and he can move around, and they actually can move.
So
but
like
they
3
can't go
seconds.
forward
Okay,
or back.
that's
So
not
they
bad at
could, like,
all.
Try to jump out, which you can then anticipate.
Right.
And they can
So
even do
3
special
seconds,
moves like
alright.
Teleport.
You can do a lot
And
with
of
that
course
3
you can
seconds.
predict that. But they can't actually like traverse left or right. So it's not quite a stun move, but it's this weird containment.
Just a
thing. It's
trap.
a very interesting move. He also has his teleport drop. Straight from
Nice.
MK4.
Speaking of which, you
This
could
is
do
not
that
when you
cage and then
EX
teleport
it. You can do it
overhead.
from the air or the
Like
sky.
throw a Kung Lao buzzsaw low
It's a
and
great
then you do an
anti-gunning
overhead.
tool.
Make
You
them
just wanna
guess.
get out of pressure.
Love it.
Yeah, I love
then-
this stomp to the face.
Another zoning tool he has is these overhead fireballs. He summons them.
That's sick. He has a lot in his
Or he
arsenal.
EXs
This is what I'm talking
They'll
about.
track the opponent.
Worth
knock
the
them out,
wait.
And that'll bop them over the head.
We don't have a lot of characters that you can either alter the speed and pace of their projectiles
Right.
and or like.
Yeah, that's
where
different. I
they,
like how you can
if
alter
they're close,
the
medium, or
speed.
Yeah, it's pretty unique and a lot of fun for the person doing the zoning rather than just kind of spamming a straight fireball,
Right,
which
with
you
tracking.
can do. You can also do fun stuff with tracking. And this can also complement his low.
Necrosis.
And then he also has this really cool buff where he summons a portal to the nether realm.
Oh, here we
And
go.
if he's in this purple energy, all of his fireballs get new properties.
That's so
Oh, so you gotta stay in that
Damage,
circle.
He gets triple ones.
Is that what she said? You
This
gotta
is
stay in the
really
circle?
And if he's in this purple energy,
Okay,
all of his
yep.
fireballs. get
That's
new
how you do it.
properties.
Okay.
so cool.
They do more damage. He gets triple ones. Or this is really cool.
The big skull, yep.
Once this hits, they actually fall down.
That is
and
sick.
You can get into combos.
I'm having fun with that.
There's a
Oh,
version,
man.
which is a totally different move, where he summons this.
It's gonna take some nice, it's gonna take memory to some time to remember everything, but
Sorry,
I like it.
I didn't do the EX one, where the opponent
He's
then
definitely the sorcerer I'm going to be
can't
using.
actually advance forward.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, what?
That's what I get
If
for
they
talking.
actually fall down and they can get into combos. Then he has an EX version, which is a totally different move, where he summons this repelling force, and the opponent, sorry,
It's all good.
I didn't do the EX one, where the opponent then can't actually advance forward.
Oh, wow.
Push me
Look
back.
at that.
So you can use that in like push them in the corner to make moves safe. Like you can't exactly.
That's cool.
punish,
That's
down
cool.
one
I like
far away
that.
if you can't reach because of it. And he can control it by holding the button and then move around. And it's the same with the purple one.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
So
overall,
as long as you
I
stay,
think
okay,
Elvis
all
probably
right,
should
I like
have-
that. That's my favorite move.
I think he's got some really good range, really good mix-ups, really good setups. Like he's a tricky kind of thinking character. I think he's going to be someone, if you like creativity, that kind of character.
Yes,
which
I was about to
think
say,
is
actually, I
really
wanted
cool.
a character I can be
Zoning.
creative with, and
Yeah.
he's
Once
definitely
you start
one.
getting moving, it's just really kind of pretty how all the portals pop
Him,
in. and
Garrus,
bounce around. It's really
Yeah, his
cool.
VFX,
Wait, hold
like
on.
a lot in this game, are really, really cool.
You might have. This
What else you
might
got?
be my favorite character.
So let's check out his Fatal Blow.
Oh, we know about that.
All right, Wule.
Roulette indeed.
So you guys want to see Khameleon?
I think we do.
I think we get time for it. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So Khameleon has the ability to swap between the classic girl ninjas, Katana, Jade, Melina. The trick is, you don't get to choose. It's totally random. It's based on either a timer or you deciding when it cycles, but you never get to pick. You'll
That's
never
weird.
get the same ninja twice in a row, but it'll always be one of the three. Each has two different moves. One is an ambush move, and one is a summon move. And they're very unique. She also has, though, first of all, this mirror move that she can always do, where the opponent will, or the player will take half damage if you hit her. So it's like an armor move.
What the heck?
She'll always have access to that. Then otherwise, she gets these awesome ninja moves. So right away,
Dude,
I'll
that
show
was
you
sick. Hold
how
on.
many-
Forget the other assists. I'd rather just have that. First, that looks sick, and
or
two, half the
player will take
damage.
half damage if you hit her. So it's like an armor move. She'll always have access to that. Then otherwise, she gets these awesome ninja moves.
That's
So
sick,
right away, I'll show
bro.
you. Happened to me, Melina.
Oh, the best.
The classic roll. It's a combo
Combat,
starter. and
combo
yes.
starter.
So now I have
Almost
Katana,
said combat
she
starter.
can do fan toss.
Cool.
And now I have Jade, and she can do her glow and be projectile immune.
Nice.
So normally it's on.
That's cool
countdown.
too. But that
So you
Khameleon,
cycle.
that first one, that was
After
the best.
every move, if you hold down R1, it'll automatically cycle to one of them. So for example, I'll do the glaive, keep R1 held, and now I switch to Melina, and I have side toss and roll. Or then if I want to hold it, now I'm Jade again, so I can do glow, hold it, switch. Ooh, I got Katana. I got fan lift. Where she
That is sick.
player.
I like
instead of
it.
the opponent
Okay,
using
okay.
combos. Exactly, instead of a combo starter. And then the final neat thing is all three have their own individual combo breaker and throw animation. So she has 3 unique throw animations,
That's
which is
awesome.
really neat. So I think she
That's
has
cool. It changes depending on who
really,
you
really
have.
great moves that have
What's
many
Melina's?
uses,
Do that.
but
Do-
the
I
trick
wanna see
is
Melina's.
keeping track which one you are.
Aw,
and
man, they're not gonna
choosing
show
the
that.
cycle,
They gonna show the other
stay
two, but
how
not-
long-
aw.
How long is the timer going down? So
Come
it's
on, man. I
kinda
wanna see
like what we do with
Melina's.
Tremor, but in a different.
Here we go. Do it.
functionality.
Do it,
It's very
Melina's.
neat. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun to see tournament players and K-League players like all.
They did not like Melina. Like, what's with the skipping of Melina's grab?
I think it's a really neat way to throw back to how she worked in the trilogy back in the day.
Also,
That's good.
the internet loved her bob. Her hair.
Honestly, to be real,
Yeah, I
with
love
Quan
it.
Chi, you don't really need much assist.
Super cool.
Awesome.
He can handle himself, and you can get an assist for like Sub-Zero shield or Khameleon shield or
There we
stuff
go.
like that.
Khameleon, see you next time.
All right, here we go. I want to see
Now take away. You won't punish me as you
Wait,
did.
recorded from Xbox Series X to PlayStation 5 crossplay. All right, if this is recorded, why is it taken to February? The reason I was quiet about it was because I'm like, okay, February is a while for that crossplay, but they got it here. Why is it available 2 months from now?
Jinko.
So basically, it's going to be available on the Peacemaker DLC. I can see it coming out at the same time. Because I was like, what else is coming out in February? Peacemaker is.
And I must now take away. You won't punish me as you did Shujinko.
Oh, that was sick.
Round one, fight.
Round one. Oh, that's cool. I just noticed that her blade comes back. That is sick, bro. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with Quan Chi, man. I'm gonna have so much fun with this character. I'm willing to go through the trenches with him too, because you know I gotta learn the character. It could be tough against opponents who already know what they're doing, but still, just learning him and getting it right. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Yeah, see, this is why Khameleon needs to come out the same time as Quan Chi. I want to lab with the Khameleon cameo. You see how that combo worked?
Fight.
Give me that punish. Look at this. Khameleon should come out the same time. I hope they're not releasing them on different times, so they can say we released a total of, like, they're adding cameos as extra characters they're releasing. So when they're done with everything, when like 2 years from now, they said we released 20 characters, but then you realize that it was actually 10, but they added 10 because of the cameos, and that's why they're separating the time. So they can feel like they gave us 20 characters when they actually gave us 10. Because cameos I don't count as fighters to use. They're assists, that's a difference. And since they're assists, they should come out at the same time.
Final round, fight.
But that does not count in having them part of the roster. Look at that. Oh man, Quan Chi looks amazing though. Boo! We don't want Liu Kang to win. Come on, Quan Chi, I want you to win. Show me a brutality ending. Here we go. See, I hate this tease with Khameleon, bro. Here we go. Brutality. Okay. Oh!
Fatality. Quan.
Oh, that was quick. That was cool though. Alright. Well, that is it for the Kombat cast. Quan Chi, I'm definitely going to be live with him all weekend. When it released Thursday and all weekend. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll check you later.